But for the meantime, we are going to be seeing a clash of, unfortunately, 2 French players, I believe.
Oh, are we getting Kichiro and Nightpixl, are we?
Yes, I believe we are. A clash of a Sonic and a Pac-Man that, despite both being French, have actually never played each other.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like the assumption, maybe it's like maybe we're like sort of ignorant Brits, right?
Yeah.
Like we've been in that situation before. Like Americans will see. Oh, so yeah, like Bloom, you've played Dodgers all the time, right? Yeah. Yeah.
No.
You've got the experience. You just walk down the road and you play him. It's probably the same sort of thing. They're probably different regions of France. We don't know.
It would be roughly the same difference with how much bigger France is than Britain as a whole. So it is roughly the same distance, so it does make sense that the two haven't played each other. I suppose it's just a surprise for us. And thankfully, not that big of a clash. So I'm going to be really interested in seeing a fight between 2 players that actually have never fought against each other.
It's a nice stage to vote for your first battle, right?
Yeah.
Regen 2022.
One of the biggest tournaments in Europe.
Top 32. That's a nice way to fight.
And these players are, Kichiro at least, is one that has actually fought through upsets to get here, I believe. Kichiro was not quite seeded to get to this point.
I think both players were, I believe they're 24th and 25th seeds, so they weren't supposed to make it here in winners, they're supposed to make it in losers. Kichiro beat Octave to get here, and Octave beat SBF, so circular logic.
And Nightpixl beat Lancelot
that
to
was
get
it,
here,
yeah.
Which, what an upset, by the way. Lancelot is looking like one of the strongest players in EU right now, and Nightpixl with Kirby, with a character that I believe should lose to the big springy sword that he could throw out 1,000,000 times per minute, was able to make that huge upset.
Exactly. Like I'm really interested to see how he does it. Like I assume he's in this position before. He's a low tier main. He has bad matchups. He probably sees Crom as like, you know, that's actually quite a good matchup. It's only -1. It's only slightly losing. We can edge guard Crom, right? It'll be fine.
Obviously, there is also that level of inexperience. Nightpixl maining Kirby. I think there's like 3 Kirby mains in EU and 2 of them are here.
Yeah.
two of them are sitting in top 32.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you have that little experience against Kirby and you're fighting him for the first time, it can be quite jarring. He has a lot of methods in neutral, surprisingly, to win it. The option usually is to camp him out, but say you do want damage or approach and he gets one nice neutral win in a string, you have to approach him. And he actually has a lot of ways between his up tilt, down tilt, nair, hurt box shifting around his opponent a lot. And he can really just take you by surprise with the amount of damage he can rack on from those neutral wins as well.
You know it. Like the down tilt and the up tilt are actually really well, I'm not saying obnoxious, but they're really strong tools. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No, I played it. I played Kirby. Obnoxious.
Yeah. Like there's so many times where Kirby just kind of accidentally low profiles you move and you lose neutral because of it. That down tilt. The up tilt has intangibility on his feet. Really strong anti-air. If you're scrapping with Kirby, you're probably in a you're not doing well, I have to say.
Yeah.
I think, however, Kichiro, Sonic player, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be one of those characters where you don't have to engage a Kirby.
This sounds tough. I'm not going to lie. From this outgo, we are seeing Kirby Sonic, and this sounds tough. What do you do when you have a character that can just go back and forth and back and forth? And one of Kirby's biggest failings is not only his lack of range, but his speed. This character does not get around the stage that quickly, whereas Sonic, the fastest character in the game, travels 1,000,000 miles per minute.
You know, there is one blue ball which is significantly faster than the other blue ball here, Zanatti. And I wonder how Nightpixl is actually close that space. I think that Kichiro might be a bit, I don't know. I think Kichiro has to play this match. If he plays the match well, this should theoretically be quite good for him, right? He just spins and wins, kind of out-damages, outruns Kirby.
But Nightpixl in this situation would be the one with the experience. There are Sonics for dime a dozen, really, in most countries, because that character is very prevalent right now in the meta. And I imagine that Nightpixl's come up against him a lot, whereas Kichiro is not at all ready for that F smash to come out.
I've never seen down tilt F smash in my life from Kirby. This is I'm really impressed by this player. I can see how he got here. He's a one to watch for sure.
Yeah, and absolutely amazing. The name of the game so far has really been Advantage State. Nightpixl got 30, 30, 30, I believe, off of every single neutral win, only needing 3 to take the stock in the end, and it's really paid dividends for him. Even if Kirby isn't the best at winning neutral, if you can make the most of every single neutral win, that is still incredibly valuable. That's how we've been seeing at least NA meta right now shaping out in terms of Ultimate, because they are just perfectionists of Advantage State, and so is Nightpixl, it seems.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you only have so many neutral wins just because of the nature of this matchup, so you have to make every single hit count, and that is what Nightpixl has been doing. I'm really surprised that Nightpixl has been able to navigate around these spin dashes from Kichiro so well. He's hardly getting touched. He's already lapped Kichiro in percent.
Yeah, Battlefield as well would be, I think, a stage we would have said is very favorable for Sonic. Gives him a lot of platforms with the space to move around, and you can still get extensions off it. But Nightpixl has been the one abusing that platforming and positioning he can get from them, and also abusing Sonic's recovery apparently with that down smash. Christ, as we're talking again, he's taken another stock and gone 2 stocks up. Focus miss.
Free stocking in Sonic Kirby. This is insane. He knows this matchup like the back of his hand. It seems already knowing that Kichiro is going to be greedy, going for like a high up B like that, trying to go for a reversal, just smashing him on the way up.
Because he couldn't really grab it, because he knows that Nightpixl will abuse that for all it's worth. And right now, Nightpixl is looking so poised for victory, just standing in the middle of the stage, going forward. You're the one that has to come to me. I know you're Sonic, but you can't camp when you're in disadvantage. Yeah. It's ill-advised. You're the one that's going to lose when the timer hits 0.
Exactly. He's got to come. Kichiro has to come to Nightpixl, right? This is incredible. Kishiro's starting to find his footing in this matchup.
Yeah, as we said, he is certainly bringing it to Nightpixl right now, but it is with trades, and you don't want to be trading on that last stock, because that is the one stock you can't afford to lose at the end. All of that percent is permanent. It is a permanent mark on your record, and if he reaches that last stock and you're sitting at 90, it's still such a disadvantageous situation even after you've taken that stock. Right now, Nightpixl was so good at those punishes, Focus miss.
He's ready for every single option. He knew that the homing attack was coming, and he punished that with F smash so well.
Whoa. It seems like Kichiro's getting a little bit desperate as Nightpixl is getting all these huge hits. Dash attack trading with a spin dash, not quite killing him, but sending off stage. Right now, as we said, Nightpixl seems to know the matchup is a lot better than we thought initially. He is really just taking every single part where Sonic is possibly vulnerable and milking it dry.
He knows every single out. He knows what options he has to beat the spin dashes, the homing attacks, the aggressive options in disadvantage. Catching the jump, but Kirby's forward air not going to connect fully. But it doesn't even matter. Look how far ahead is Zanati.
Those multi-hits ever inconsistent on ultimate, and so is that death from the forward air. But right now, with 146% racked onto Kichiro, needing to win neutral a fair few times as Sonic to actually rack on the percent to kill.
I was going to say you couldn't afford to trade because of that exact situation. Kirby's has some really surprisingly strong kill power, like that back air, that neutral air, really strong.
Just as we were saying that Nightpixl was wanting those big, Kichiro wants that big advantage state, he gets desperate with the back air, really wants that extension, but Nightpixl, knowing that if I swing, there's something you can punish with and there's something you can get. Swings, hits, kills, knocks out of the park, really, as he takes away that first game from Kichiro. Kichiro, what's his game plan here going into game 2 after kind of getting throttled that first game?
The key thing is to get that early lead. The reason why Sonic Kirby is going to be so bad in my eyes is that Nightpixl should be struggling to catch Kichiro. But it doesn't matter. He doesn't need to catch Kichiro if Nightpixl is in lead. So this opening stock is going to be crucial in my eyes. Ooh. Once you start using spin dashes, once you just start running away from Kirby, it should be hopeless. Sonic on FD is a really strong, powerful counter pick. But it doesn't matter if you're down so much. Look at this.
Oh my god.
What
is that a fair one?
Kirby can do that? 72.
What a player full of surprises so far. Bringing it 72% in advantage state. What a strong initial start from Nightpixl. And it's that same situation we talked about earlier. He is right now in the driver's seat with the lead, and Kichiro is the one that has to make it back. SD, actually, I wanted to talk about it more before Nightpixl utterly astounded our eyes, was a stage that, when I played Kirby, he brought me to. I think Kirby actually quite appreciates it as well. He doesn't really need platform extensions. A lot of his combos are just on that base stage, and he likes sitting down below a platform as his platform pressure isn't amazing, and just staying there. So really, while the pick does seem to be making things closer, it's not the best.
I see what you mean. Like, Nightpixl is really strong at punishing landings, and it's going to be easier to punish when there's no platform for Kichiro to retreat to. Overextending a little with the dash attack, but the idea was there.
Good punish from Kichiro, but he set himself off stage. Nightpixl getting a little bit greedy, and he puts himself at that corner, and Kichiro finds that very clean back air.
That was such a hard back air to hit on a crouching Kirby. That was the latest back air you could get, and it was just enough to secure the stock. And now this is where Kichiro should be running away with the lead.
This is the
should not engage.
Yeah. This is the
DNI.
Ooh, fantastic spring to avoid the back air. This is the inverse of the situation we were talking about earlier, as he's just going to want to rack on percent, find these gaps. get a mark, and just milk that lead. But he can't do it for too long, as that up air challenge from the Nair will take that stock. 70% racked on though, folks. That's an amazing lead. 90 actually. I think right myself.
I have to be honest, he did not need to push advantage like that. He went a bit too hard with the landing there, and he traded poorly, lost the stock. But it doesn't matter if he's going to still ride this momentum, keep that lead, rack that percent up. But you give Nightpixl an inch, and he takes a mile.
Yeah, that rage is really making it difficult for Nightpixl though to climb back from that lead. I think that F throw and that down tilt would have been more if not for all that rage racked on with 122%. Therefore, he cannot find combos as easily, but if he's finding those stray hits, then he might find that kill bear.
Yeah, Nightpixl has already brought Kichiro to kill percent. We've seen him take stocks that percent really consistently. But Nightpixl is looking quite fragile himself and not really aggressive, risky upbeat, but it worked out in his favor. That should be the stock. Lovely F tilt. Another dash attack being shielded. Little too antsy for the kill with the dash attack, and it's led to his demise again.
Yeah.
Now this should be big damage. I respect Kichiro not trying to push advantage too hard there. We saw him lose the stock by going too hard.
Oh,
he's going to go too hard there, ending off stage and eating a nair for it.
That's the thing with Sonic. You should be comfortable. Like, yeah, you can get big advantage shakes, but you should be comfortable sitting back a bit and letting your opponent come to you. You don't have to force everything. But Kichiro, seemingly really wanting to make a statement, has.
That was the most panicky air dodge, and you're going to die for that!
He's dead.
That was insane. That was insane.
He's Mega dead. He's ultra dead.
Oh my god.
He's deceased.
Completely.
He's perished. He's gone.
Bye. You. That was one neutral win. That was one singular neutral win. 1-1. We talk about the American air dodge. That air dodge. Maybe it's the French air dodge. Air dodging in, and then getting hit, missing the tech, and dying at what felt like 40,
that pressure.
50?
You don't want to be off stage against Kirby because he's got that threatening dare, that multi-hit that can kill you so consistently and easily. But sometimes you just have to hold it and try and get to the ledge. And because of that panic, getting that tech chase, really just seemingly utterly terrified of Nightpixl and what he can do in that driver's seat. He makes a few wrong decisions and dies at 0.
That was incredible. Nightpixl plays to his outs. He gets one hit.
Isn't it Azalea? I thought Bloom used Pro Controller.
Yeah, Bloom does. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, Bloom didn't disconnect the Pro Controller because, you know.
Should be DQ'd IMA.
You'd think you'd learn after that situation with Quick.
This is how he wins his big sets.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I can't believe that game ended how it did. Nightpixl is insane. It's just Kichiro, in my eyes, should not be scrapping. He should not be.
No.
I said it before. If you're scrapping with Kirby, you're not playing the matchup right. If you're Sonic and you're scrapping with Kirby, you're really not playing the matchup right. You need to use that mid range. You have spin dash. You go from one side of the stage to the other. You cannot catch him.
Don't get me wrong. As a spectator and competitor, perhaps seeing a more aggressive Sonic style, it's nice to see. It's nice to see him do more damage and approach more often. But at the end of the day, what we really want to see is players playing at their best, and I don't think Kichiro is playing his best because he's not playing his smartest right now.
Too honest, trying to fight. He's playing as if it's an even matchup, not a winning matchup. You know?
No.
There's a reason it's winning, and it's not because of Sonic's close quarters buttons.
It's certainly not. While he does have some good buttons, Kirby at the end of the day is going to be the best in those short scramble situations. So you should be wanting to avoid them as much as possible, and Kichiro's not doing a good job of that so far. So Nightpixl has managed to accrue a great advantage take right now in this set, going 2-0 up. We are going to have to see Kichiro bring out all the stops if he wants to take this game and ultimately this set.
Yeah, it would have to be, in my eyes, a long reverse 3-0. He's got to take his time, not crumble under the pressure, win this. It would have to be a war of attrition, but not a close quarters fist fight if Kichiro's going to win.
You'd expect the Sonic player, though, to have the patience to do that at the end of the day. We've seen players like Sonic's drag out sets for over 50 minutes because he knows that that's how, at the end of the day, he's going to get that bread. He's going to get that victory. But Kichiro seemingly has a different perspective on everything.
Yeah, it feels like that's the case, Sonati. We're going into game 3. We're back on FD. Once again, Nightpixl has a very flat stage to catch those landings.
Yep.
No platforms for Kichiro to...
An immediate call out.
Yeah.
You can tell that this player is poised for this match. He's really just been abusing him.
He's incredibly disciplined. He's not overextending at all. I love this Kirby play. I hadn't heard of Nightpixl before the tournament, but he's clearly up there.
Yeah, he's clearly one to look out for because he's made this upset on Lancelot, and right now it seems like he's poised to take this set over Kichiro. Once again, focus miss. He's accrued that lead, and that is going to be so difficult for Sonic to make back if Nightpixl's taking it time at a time. Kichiro getting some, good grabs. Obviously, Nightpixl expecting like spin dash and aggressive options with hitboxes, but instead mixing up with grabs. But still, he is so far behind already.
And we've talked about how the percent deficit is so important. Like, you need to be in the lead if you're Sonic. You can't run away with a lead if you're behind. You can still just spin from one side of the stage to the other. But Kichiro...
Yeah, hope your opponent approaches this as Nightpixl does right now.
Great catch.
Yeah, and that all started from a Kichiro using the invincibility from that spin charge to get past Nightpixl's aggressive options that he was using earlier, baiting him in, conditioning him.
Wow, another insane punish on the landing. Nightpixl has just been on point with that throughout the set.
Yeah, not all of the conditioning in the world is going to save you from that very well-advised up smash from Nightpixl, answering back immediately and answering back with style, getting 52% racked on focus miss. Are we just going to see a repeat of the last two games?
50% has been dealt to both players in the blink of an eye. I kind of looked away, and we are in the mid-range percent. But Kichiro has to slow down. You can't afford to let it be momentum-based. Just wear the opponent down, right? This is his game plan. He's going to go from one side stage, and he's going to charge spin dash.
Sonic's strongest attribute is controlling the pace of the game, but right now, Kichiro's pace is all out of whack as he's put himself in the corner, put himself in disadvantage, and put himself at yet another deficit. It's been the name of the game so far. Every single time he seems to be tightening that gap. Nightpixl just extends it a little few more meters, and Kichiro starts getting desperate yet again.
You know it, Zanati. And I think the reason why Kichiro might be discouraged by just to not press spin dash all the time is that Nightpixl has been consistently punishing the spin dash landings. He is in control of that mix-up. Despite it being Sonic favored. Okay, that's another dash attack.
He's been so consistent reacting to that cross-up from the dash attack. Really good awareness from Kichiro. And finally, he's got Kirby. But how does he catch another landing with the up smash focus miss? How does he do it? How is he this consistent? Though Kichiro will be answering back with his spin charge fair, we're going one stock to one stock apiece. That's
it. I think it's down to Kichiro always trying to land on top of Nightpixl, trying to push the situation a bit too hard, landing on top because he knows if he gets a hit, he'll get a lot of damage, as we're seeing here. But when you mess up, which he's not doing at the moment, he's actually on 94%. This is the momentum what we want to see. We want to see Kichiro run away with it.
This is what we've been expecting the entire set. This is the momentum. This is where you have the lead. This is where you, as Sonic, should be so comfortable from side to side. This is the gameplay we've been looking for.
When you're touching, oh no, don't, no. Don't go there, Kichiro. Don't go there. No, don't land on him.
I've seen this one before.
Hold on. Don't miss a tech, my friend. He's going to down tilt. Oh, he's up tilting this time. Catching and landing again. He's able to
oh my goodness!
Nowhere! Oh my god!
I've seen this one before. What did I tell you? It is just a repeat. The moment you start getting comfortable, the moment you think, I'm winning this. I think I got this game. Kichiro just falls out of that lead with such an impressive F smash from Nightpixl. We talked about it. We talked about how Spin Charge has that invincibility to get you through those options, and how Nightpixl initially conditioned with aggressive options to get him to do that. Kichiro answered back with that invincibility, and Nightpixl, knowing this at the end, read that conditioning and F smashes him from a distance with his desperation. What a play from Nightpixl.
Incredible stuff, honestly. He finds his outs. That was one singular neutral win. Riding momentum, catching every single landing, every single panic option from Kichiro. Punished it perfectly. What a player. I love this Kirby.
I am so impressed by this play of skill I have just seen.